What's going on, Pokemon League Championship fans? It is me, your I'm not. It's me, Murray, your host, aka Ian, aka Johnny Two Legs. And then, as always, I have with me today my co-host Zach. Well, maybe not as always, because it's not permanent, I suppose. Zach.
Yo.
What's going on, man? Welcome to week 9. You're on time. Everything's ready. We're about to start doing some giveaways for some viewers.
Man, if only I had a match this week.
Yeah, well, you had one, and wait, did you get a? Oh, right. So just so everybody knows, Jay Wade is a pussy, for lack of a better word, and he just forfeited against.
Jay Wade was obviously afraid of me clapping his cheek.
Well, no, here's the deal. So he had been in first for a while. He left. He came back in second place, and then he was afraid of what America was going to do to him. That's a legitimate fear. He afraid.
That's obvious. Like
he's our only British contender.
He knew it wasn't going to be any good.
Every time we fought people from England, we always win. I mean, take Mount Moon, for instance. All of those assholes. Beat the shit out of them.
And they were easy.
Easy peasy. So...
it must be a British thing.
It's probably British people are not good at Pokemon. Is that what we're saying? I don't know. Yeah. No, because there's some good British players out there. But Jay Wade is not one of them.
No.
So he forfeited again this week. We don't have a match with Zach, but we do have some replays to go over. And we're gonna lead it off. I'm sorry I didn't tell you this before, Zach, but you might have already anticipated it. It's gonna be with Aris and Dan. That's gonna be the first match this week. I'm gonna start giving away Pokemon from Magikarps on GTS. If you want some legendary shiny Pokemon, legendary battle ready Pokemon, throw a Magikarp onto GTS asking for it. If I have it in my stock, I'll give it to you. I have most of them. If you're in chat, you could go ahead and ask me directly for a Pokemon, and I will relinquish whatever Pokemon you want. If I don't have it, I'll fucking find it for you. And it'll be battle ready. So, we'll get that taken care of today. There's certain Pokemon I can't trade over GTS for Magikarp, like Muse and event Pokemon, at which point we'll need to exchange friend codes, and I'll have to give it to you directly via trade. You can just add me with your friend code in the chat if that's what you're trying to do. First match here that we have is going to be Aris versus Dan. This is week 9 of the Johto mini draft. Honestly, normal seasons are usually about I want to say like 15 weeks normally, so this almost really is a full season almost. You know, it's not exactly half, but it's not exactly a full season. So the mini draft went on a lot longer than some of us anticipated. Week 9, last one. Anything you want to say about this season? I know you dialed out a little bit, but like, you know, it has been a good concept and a good season. Is there some things, some thoughts?
I think it's been pretty cool. You know, a lot of people have been forced, you know, to try out some mons that they may have never, really considered before. So I think that's really cool.
I think Johto Pokemon have actually truly been showing out. You know, like people with primary Johto teams, like with mostly Johto Pokemon on their team or like their equivalents, have really been doing well in this tournament.
I can definitely agree with that. Like the Johto Pokemon have definitely been like doing some work. I didn't really realize how many like big hitters really came from Johto or originated from Johto.
Yeah, if you're talking, you know, like Sneasel or Miss, or even what's another good one that had an evolution eventually?
I mean,
Piloswine,
Gliscor,
a lot of them really.
Yeah.
Obviously, they benefited from their Gen 4 equivalent counterparts, but like a lot of Pokemon came from Gen 2.
A lot of concepts really like were
started
really
out, yeah.
I mean, even Murkrow, you know, who actually like
and
got an evolution that was supposed to be better than it, and then later in life got a new leaf on life entirely itself.
And they made it better than its evolution almost. In some ways.
I mean, I would honestly say that Murkrow is better than Honchkrow.
So, one thing I do want to say about that. We got Gen 4 where they released a lot of Gen 2 evolutions and some other Pokemon like that. And then in that same generation, we got Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Like, say what you will, but I think a large consensus here is that we like Johto. Johto's been a great and a popular Pokemon gen in general. Heart Gold and Soul Silver contested might be one of the best games. It was the first one outside of Yellow to introduce like Pokemon following you around. It had a bunch of really awesome features in it, and then it benefited from all that was great about Gen 4 because it came at the tail end of Gen 4. So like having the Johto season was just really like this is just awesome to cap off our Sun and Moon going into Sword and Shield. Zach?
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. So I was just saying, I think it was a great season. Also, a lot of Pokemon that we haven't seen in other seasons have been doing big things. Like Noctowl actually has done really big things for me personally. It's just been really awesome to see these Pokemon doing these teams being constructed. I mean, Typhlosion just mopping the field on Jaywid's team.
When it sees an online connection,
yeah. Well, let him have his thing.
No, not after all that shit he was talking. I gotta be rude now because he was rude to me.
All right. So we got Reese versus Dan. I'm 100% sure that you had nothing to do with Dan's team and did not at all talk to him about his team.
I actually, ironically, I was there when this match took place.
But did you help him construct his team at all?
Yes.
What the fuck, man?
What?
I was like, what do you think I should bring against Mike this week? And you're like, I'm the wrong person to ask.
Yo, I mean, to be fair, the only reason I even remotely helped him with his match was because I was literally at his house when he was playing.
Wait. We didn't have over the shoulder coaching, right?
No.
Just like team construction.
Yeah, no, just like he was telling me what he was gonna bring, and I'm like, no, that's trash. Don't bring it.
Okay, yeah. Well, we'll see how your advice benefited him. I'll talk about Arisa's team, and since you had a hand in it, you can talk about Dan's team. Okay. Aris has recently acquired a couple of really big assets, and one of them is the Gyarados that he got from Jordan, which gives him access to some flying and access to Intimidate. And Gyarados is just a really good Pokemon outside of its fucking really shitty weakness. He obviously is pulling a Big Money John play, leading his Weavile that he's been doing for weeks. Dark types with Fake Out, that's just the Reese's bread and butter, man. He likes to lead those. Then he got this Marowak from his brother, I think a couple weeks back. Muck, I think he got from you.
Nah, he had Muck since
he drafted Muck. So we got the Marowak though from his brother a while back. He's going for a little bit of a slower team here. I'm not sure if any of these Pokemon. I mean, it's kind of a mixed, I guess. You could say it's a mixed speed team.
Yeah, it's just a standard team.
Yeah, team. And then he has Rodom Fly or Rodom Fan, which we haven't seen at all in the league before this. Again, I say that it's redundant, but then you had that point of saying that it has access to like certain flying stabs, like Aerial Ace and Paraflinch and stuff.
Yeah, Paraflinching. Yeah, that's its main attribute. On top of just being just as bulky as all the other Rotom forms that with its moves and everything, it's not to be underrated for sure.
But it's just like usually there's a better Rotom to use.
I mean, of course,
if you have the option,
it has its cute niches that it can serve.
Well, yeah, and we've never, again, it's one of those Pokemon that we've never, literally, not once seen in the league yet. So it's fun to have. Ursaring,
It's also got some. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Rotom Flying specifically just has it has a very interesting type combination, very useless ability for it, but great type combination where it can, punish grass types that can resist its electric moves as well as hit some flying types for good damage.
Yep, it's got really cool things. Ursaring, we don't need to go over this again every time we see it. So Reese and me probably, if you want to be honest, and a little bit of Jordan and a little bit of Mike in this season. Jordan always, but Mike, Reese, and I this season have been bringing very similar teams to our past builds and almost the same Pokemon every time.
Actually, me too.
Yeah, so a lot of us have been doing that this season, so we don't really need to talk about Ursaring. We know it's got guts with Flame Orb on it, and that it's gonna do
Actually,
facade.
you're in for a surprise because he does not bring guts on it.
Oh, so he's been listening, and he took a page out of Jordan's book and dropped all of his intimidators and his fake out Hitmon. He's like, you guys want to make fun of me for using them? I'm not gonna use any of them. So yeah, that's
he's gonna take some L's for that.
so
I'm
that's
not gonna lie, because his team took a downgrade a little bit. In my honest opinion, I'm gonna just say that.
Oh, so you rag on him for keeping the same team the whole time, but then when he gets rid of it, well, I guess the moves could have been better theoretically.
I only said it because I wanted him to drop him on top so I could get it, but then
I didn't even snipe it. Like he dropped it, and then I was looking, and I was like, oh, he dropped him on top, and I looked at my team, and I was like, I guess I don't need this, and I just picked it up because like him on top, cool.
I was just like so pissed. I was just like, motherfucker.
Anyway, that leads us to Dan's team, so let's talk about that one.
Okay, so Dan came into this thing and he was like, I'm really afraid of Muck. And that's like all he kept thinking about was, I'm really afraid of Muck. And I'm like, yeah, Muck's a problem, but at the same time, there are plenty of other problems that you're not thinking about at all. And because like he was gonna bring like a whole bunch of different shit. Like,
tell us, what was his original plan?
I gotta look at his team again because it's been like a couple days since we talked about it.
Oh, well, then you don't necessarily have to do that. I just thought you might know, like, just Pokemon. You don't have to tell us exactly what he was going to bring.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you knew, like, the general Pokemon he was going to bring.
He was just going to bring some different shit. That's what I know. I think he was going to bring, like, Entei and shit. Yeah, he was going to bring Entei and some other shit that wasn't, like, really suitable for this matchup.
And yeah, I see Entei being really ineffective against this squad over here.
Yeah. So... Anyway, I was basically like, look, Arisa's team has a whole bunch of monsters. It's not just Muck you gotta worry about. You gotta worry about a lot of things. So I like talked to him with his game plan. So we figured out a couple things. We got Nido Queen over here. Sheer Force can definitely scare out Muck if he leads with it. Very powerful underrated.
Which he does. For sure. He is leading with it.
We got a Quillfish here, obviously, for the Intimidate support. Obviously obvious. We got Jirachi. Yeah. We got Jirachi over here. Jirachi, this Jirachi is scarfed because he wanted to use its Serene Grace to try and nab some whatchamacallit, some flinches by going faster than them and just like getting like the extra flinch rate.
Yeah, that's cool. I like those niche strategies. I'm a fan of things like Weather Ball, which, by the way, fucking works.
It's a bad move.
It's really fucking not. All right, so you already did his whole team. I wasn't really paying attention.
No, I did not. Miss Magius here. So this is actually the one that I did suggest he bring. I suggested he bring it because it can scare out a Lily Marowak, which can otherwise decimate his team unchecked. And it's got some really useful tools as far as move pool, because it's got access to electric moves, it's got access to grass moves, it's got a lot going for it. So I suggested he bring it for some really powerful type coverage with possibly a nuke under its belt. Sort of like I did versus Aris way back in
with like a Z move.
Yeah.
I've been neglecting Z moves like all season. I did like 1 or 2 Z moves, but for the most part, I've been not even bringing them.
I'm super gonna miss Z moves when they're not in.
Well, they are, but
next
they
games.
aren't.
I still disagree with your logic on that, but let's just get into it.
Okay, so where you at?
Artillery and Rapier are pretty obvious what they do.
Yeah, I mean Moody, obviously in this tournament, which everybody hates, and outside of this tournament, but it's allowed here. So Moody is on that Octillery, and then Rhyperior. I mean, need we say more about Rhyperior? He is one of my favorite Pokemon, honestly. But like, I feel like he could have had better things.
Honestly, he just really hasn't been on the right teams, in my opinion.
That's
He's
true.
really
He needs to be on
broken,
Sans
actually.
teams. Sand teams for sure.
No, I think he's actually really good on just in general, like bulky teams. Where he can set up
Trick
sweeps and
room teams
everything.
and shit.
Yeah,
All right,
he just
well, let's kick it off. I'm ready if you are.
yeah, man. Let's do it.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go. Reese versus Dan. Now, you'll notice the time count, Zach. Some of that's actually a little bit longer because I left it on for a while when I was recording on accident. But this is Dan versus Reese. He's leading that Rhyperior and I'm sorry, not the Rhyperior. The Nidoqueen and the Quillfish for Intimidate, and Nidoqueen fake, just shaking out that muck support, scaring it out. We have Fake Out, Intimidate. We get both Intimidate.
Shaking them titties.
Well, she brings the voice to the yard for sure. All right, so we got Intimidate on both sides. Fake Out is in play here. Who's it gonna hit? Mike thinks it's gonna be Nidoqueen. Sorry, Dan. Dan thinks it's gonna be Nidoqueen. Hey, Andy's right. Sorry, I've had a little bit of wine today. All right, check out Coastal Estates. No, it's not very good. Don't drink that. Fuck you, Coastal Estates. He gets a Toxic off on the Gyarados, which I think is pretty fucking tits, honestly. I'm a big fan of Toxic moves, like
especially after he just spent a turn doing Dragon Dance, so his sweep's gonna get cut short.
Yeah, but he's also not shy about bringing that Pokemon back since it does reset its Intimidate.
Oh yeah, of course.
He's gonna do. He said, "Fuck it. If I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go down swinging hard as fuck." He goes for another Dragon Dance. Flamethrower comes in. It's gonna hit the wrong Pokemon. That was a good read on Reese's part.
I was actually really surprised he used Flamethrower.
That was you know how
he could have. I mean, like, can you imagine if he like Earth powered the Weavile, which is
oh yeah, and you know what? Let me just say this: step your fucking game up for next season, Dan. If you're gonna come back, because we don't like that weak shit here. You had a lot of potential, and then you're gonna do shit like that. Flamethrower, bro.
Yeah, that was whack, bro.
Stab bonus.
And also, Weavile's just fucking frail as hell. It wasn't gonna.
It's gonna have Focus Sash if he left it in, obviously.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
I think that's why he was doing the Icy Wind, anticipating that he would hit it, and then the Focus Sash would break, and then he would Icy Wind it.
Or Reese probably saw that Flamethrower. He was like, "Alright, fucking bet."
I don't think he saw a Flamethrower. I think Reese just thought, this is a good switch in. But no way he saw a Flamethrower coming, because who would do a Flamethrower in that time?
Obviously, Dan.
Oh, well. Gonna have to up your game buddy.
This is now +1 attack Gyarados using Z bounce.
Here's the thing. I'm just trying to make sure that I get this MK.
But that was Z. Look.
Z bounce killed her?
Yeah, because he was at +1.
Plus, yeah, because he got 0.5 first. Yeah, that makes sense. He got 2 stages up.
It's also, remember, bounce is also stab.
Yeah, and it's pretty strong, because it is normally a 2-turn move.
And it was Z move, obviously.
That's what I'm saying, so like this.
Yeah.
Weavile comes back out, lays down the pressure, ready to reset its Fake Out. Strecking Ball comes out, resetting Intimidate. We got a double reset on Intimidate here. People don't even want legendaries like they used to anymore.
They're
Nice.
so easy to get now.
So Galeo, I'll give it to you.
Yeah,
Burn.
this really blew for him.
That's pretty shitty.
So he was like not only locked into Choice Scarf, but he was locked into like using a burned mon that couldn't affect Weavile with its psychic stamper. It was really dumb.
This is the Ursa you said is different?
Hmm.
No
What'd you say?
guts, no guts Ursa.
Yeah.
Rock Slide comes out. Rotom takes not that much damage. Pretty fucking bulky, like you were saying. Hey, that is fucking guts.
Nope, it's not guts.
Oh, he's tricking us by making it burn?
You'll see.
Because Facade still obviously works with that. Giving out Pokemon. If you want Pokemon Magikarps, throw Magikarps
It's
up.
not guts. It's Quick Feet.
Well, what does Quick Feet do?
It's guts, but instead of boosting attack, it doubles its speed.
Oh, shit.
And he just Swords Danced.
So he's about to just go off. With Facade. Boom. Done. That's
Clap,
one.
clap, clap.
Here
clap,
comes
clap,
another.
Clap, clap, clap.
That's pretty tight. Okay, Aris, I see you. And it also negates the attack reduction still.
I believe so, but I could be wrong about that. But it doesn't matter because Facade does anyway.
Okay. No solid rock or fucking Sturdy's gonna save you now.
Orb. I want to say it's Lightning Orb.
Or Lightning Rod, yeah, it probably is. Dazzling
Yeah.
Gleam saves it. And we get a Dazzling Gleam on the Muck, does the fucking almost nothing. Mega Horn, absolutely the wrong Pokemon.
But yeah, I was basically like, look, you gotta understand that Gyarados is a problem on his team, which it definitely was gonna be a problem from the deal with. So like, I told him to bring
any electric type?
Z Thunderbolt with Miss Magius.
That would have been great to have out earlier against Robin too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it would do neutral against Robin, but still.
Yeah, it'd be neutral, but it'd still do a decent bit.
Here comes the Rock Slide, gonna do almost nothing.
But yeah.
This is
honestly like really like sealed this game.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Rotom really did work too, putting two mons burned, but
Rotom did its work, man. I mean, Rotom in general is just a good Pokemon, and I mean, even though Fan might not be the most popular Rotom form, it still can do good work. So, Terratoma's just going to take a little bit of damage, nothing big. Astro is burned. Just pretty much, I'll be honest with you, Dan's not having a good time.
No, he's not.
Now we got Fake Out Reset. Doesn't even matter, because Ice also is going to fuck the shit out of that Bowser. Excuse me. It's going to beat the shit. I mean, excuse me, it's going to beat... it's going to do a lot of damage. Bowser glitches. Knockoff comes, hits whatever was on Duranji, also kills it anyway, so it's gone. Choice Scarf. That was pretty cool. That's why I did so much damage. Alright, here we go. Ice damage to kill, right?
Well, it was also super effective.
No ice damage to kill? Okay, whatever. Doesn't need to, right? Just in case he survived, he didn't want to lose the point. He was
probably trying to bait out or protect or something.
That's a good point too. Here we go. I mean, it's over. Oh, Assault Vest is off now too? Bye. I mean, you could double protect here and... So whatever, it's over. So, Dan loses, I think, 4 2-0 on that one. It's unfortunate. That also means, I'm sorry, Dan, you are knocked out of playoffs. I will take your Entei if it's up for grabs. Let me know.
Don't give him Entei.
Reese goes on to playoffs as he was already pretty much guaranteed, and actually moves up to, since we know that Jay Wade surrendered to Zach, that puts Reese at second place. Once again in the top 2 at the very least. Reese places top 2. He is the champ for a reason. I'm obviously top spot whether win or lose this round, so I maintain that, but Reese moves up to second place. And let's move on to the next match, which is me versus Dan. Now, I got a couple things to say about this, alright?
I don't think that's Dan.
And Mike. I had a couple misplays. There's 2 specific misplays. They're not really. One of them's not even necessarily a misplay because it's just a like, I should have brought something different. But I had 2 misplays here, and I will point them out as they come. But my team is, as you may have noticed, and I planned on doing this against last week versus J-Wade as well. This is the exact same team that I brought 2 weeks ago. I was going to bring it last week against J-Wade, didn't get the opportunity. Figured I'd do it again against Mike. It still was a pretty powerful composition. I changed 2 moves and left everything else the same. So this is my team from 2 weeks ago. Alakazam hits fast, hits hard, has Focus Sash. Raikou fucking takes advantage of Weather Ball, does a bunch of stuff. I knew we were going Weather Wars again, so I brought the same Weather Ball Raikou. I've got my Politoed. We all know what he does. Mamoswine, same shit. Fucking weakness policy, ready to just sweep on people. Noctowl, thick eyebrows, be scared. And then Scizor, supported by the rain, is not going to get flamethrowered to death. So that's my team. Why don't you talk about Mike's?
I will in a second, but I am gonna take a second to momentarily disrupt everything. Guys, we are after this going to share what the not only the next standings for this playoffs, but we're also going to show what the schedule will look like for playoffs on stream. I'm actually about to send Ian the material he needs to do that.
Yay.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. We can showcase it right on stream before anybody else gets to see it. Pretty cool. Alright, so make sure my boy gets what he needs.
Why we light up Mike in the chatter?
Oh, dude, I always light up Mike. That's not anything new.
Man. Lighting up Mike in the chatter there. Alright, guys. You want a Kyogre? You got it, Anthony. I'm going to give you so many Kyogres, Kyger Rogers that you could ever possibly fucking want.
Alright, anyway, I did send you the information when you do want to use it there.
Alright. You want what? You want me to post? So you're just going to send me the image? You're going to show me that you want me to send images, is what you want. You want images posted so that we can show them on the stream. The images.
Yeah.
Alright. So, go ahead and talk about Mike's team then.
Alright, so we got Hitmonchan here, obviously for the fake out support. What?
What?
Anyway, we got Hitmonchan here for the obvious fake out support. Also has access to Iron Fist, which makes its punch moves a lot stronger, including Stab, Muck Punch, as well as the Elemental Punches if he so brings it for a specific check, maybe like Fire Punch versus Scizor. Pretty good stuff. We got Cypher here. Cypher has actually put in a lot of work for Mike this season. He's definitely feeling his Bugsy vibes, bringing the EVO Light Cypher and doing some Tailwind shenanigans, and even just setting himself up with Swords Dance to get some clean sweeps.
Yo, you're
'cause
telling me
it's still,
Scyther gets Tailwind, but Yveltal doesn't.
I mean, Yveltal is just a fucking shitty bird, honestly. Like, it's a bad excuse for a bird.
It's
doesn't even get
Deathbird!
It doesn't even get Whirlwind.
Continue.
Alright. So we got Tyranitar. Obviously, this is Mike's Staplemon. I wish he would get tired of it and just give it up, because he obviously sucks with it. That's why he never wins.
You know, I did really well with Tyranitar last year. Some people said I did better than Mike did with
Honestly,
Tyranitar.
like, maybe if he would let it go.
Some people had said that. I heard a bunch of, like, it was a lot of, it was more than one.
Like, honestly, like, if you would just leave Tyranitar, he might actually start, like, winning and shit. Like, it would be pretty great. I'm gonna just say it.
He's not gonna watch this.
I know. We got Decidueye here, you know, obviously, you know, Grass Goes Stab. You know, this is actually its first performance in a while in the league, so that'll be interesting to see what he does with it. And we got Electivire here with the motor drive support, obviously, and Victini here, possibly choiced. See what we can do.
The choiced Victini. Alright,
I think
so
you were the pioneer of that one.
Here's the deal. There's two misplays. I'm going to spoil one right now because it's the lead. I'm bringing Alakazam and Raikou. That is not Inner Focus Raikou. He's leading Hitmonchan and Scyther. As Zach has already said, Hitmonchan is famous for faking out. So without Inner Focus, Raikou will flinch if it is hit by Fake Out. Are you ready to kick this off?
Yeah.
Misplay number 1. 1, 2, 3, go! This match actually not even that long.
If you knew you did,
I actually didn't think about it because like I said, I brought the same Raikou. I just changed one move on it. I didn't think about changing its ability because I just didn't think about it. And here's where he knows it doesn't have Inner Focus. Not that he might have been anticipating it, but he knows because of Zenitsu's pressure setting itself right now. He knows absolutely I can fake that out. Which he does, hits me with the Sugar Ray, and I go ahead and just fucking psychic the shit out of that guy and Oko it.
What an idiot.
So, you might say, that was a fair misplay. You got a kill, and then he set up Tailwind.
That was really bad.
Because I was going to do Volt Switch on the Scyther, which would have done a good amount of damage, and then got me a free switch in. And then here I bring out Houdini. I say, fuck that. I'm not going to let him go in a Toadstool to set down the fire damage. He actually kind of reads it a little bit and goes into Bolt Strike because everybody knows Victini has access to the dumbest fucking access of moves ever. Bolt Strike, Glaciate, fucking Fusion Flare, whatever.
Oh, he stole your idea and then got confused with it.
Yep, and then he Bolt Strikes my Politoed. But as everybody's seeing all season, you're not going to one-shot Toad. Fuck you.
I did do some juicy damage.
And Toad eats a berry and says, fuck you, dude. I'm cool. I'm straight. Weather Ball, guess what? I have a Weather Ball. The rain's out. It's going to do water damage to him. Not enough!
Weather Ball sucks.
I should have had, what I should have had was probably like Life Orb him.
But you should have had Weather Ball.
That would have done great. Life Orb would have killed him. So I protect, anticipating another Bolt Strike or a switch. He can't hit my guy with Bolt Strike, so whatever. He aerial aces the Politoed and then does U-turn, so it's not choiced item. And he did U-turn my Mamma Jamma, doing a little bit of damage and getting a free switch out of the whole deal.
Okay, so like this is my question, right?
Yeah.
So you bring Weather Ball just in case.
No, I have Weather. And he had a couple other Pokemon that were weak to water. And he had Pokemon that were weak to rock.
Listen to what I'm saying. So, you have Weather Ball just in case. You can use it with rain or sand. You know, that's cool. But why don't you ever carry, Thunder? Since you have rain.
I had Volt Switch on him. Sometimes
Why
I do
not?
bring Thunder, actually, just so you
I
know.
don't believe you. I don't
I
believe
can
you.
show you my sets. I have them all saved on Showdown.
I
Aerial Ace goes off. Guess what? It's not enough to kill. Oh, it is. Oh, God knocked his no. He didn't get anything off. He just ate a hit and then died.
that Cypher. That Cypher's been
And the
doing
low
work on
kick
his
was
team.
over. So now I'm feeling the pressure. Mike's been doing good. He fucking basically beat my ass out. I gotta get Houdini back out here to do some damage. And then Ant-Man, because I need him out here. I go ahead and read that
Yo,
I
it's
need to
his
set up.
brother. It's his brother.
He
Yo.
protects. I lead straight into a swords dance. And I predicted that he would protect with the live wire. Because I knew he was trying to set up Tailwind. That's what I had just like waited out. So I went ahead and Swords Dance right here. Now here's where Mike gets really smart. This is pretty smart. Scyther also has access to what, Zach?
Quick attack.
Quick Guard.
Oh.
So I hit him. It doesn't kill, unfortunately. He bug bites my Houdini. I survived by 1, obviously, because of the Focus Sash. And then here comes Livewire with a wild charge. It's going to hit Ant-Man. It's not going to do enough. He's going to take some damage. I'm boosted. I have a bunch of stuff ready to go. The Psychic almost kills him. Houdini's going to die. I'm ready to go. He quick guards, which fucks my Bullet Punch because I should have not done Bullet Punch, but I did. And then that Pokemon survives. He low kicks my Houdini for kill, which is weird because he totally could have killed Scyther, who had the +2. And then I bring out Zenitsu.
He was probably just not sure. He was probably straight up not afraid of Scizor.
I should have been. Because watch this.
Quick guard, because you can spam quick guard.
I know, but I have other moves. Here's the thing. So I go for protect. He, I think, goes for, or I double protect. I don't know why. Oh, Tailwind. I'm waiting out Tailwind. He goes for quick guard. And pressure obviously takes 2 of those for that. Wild charge doesn't hit me. And the Tailwind peters out. Now I'm like, I'm faster. I gotta be. So he withdraws his Scyther. Sending out...
Actually, I don't think that's true. I think Scizor is...
I know, but in my mind, I'm not looking it up in mid-battle. I'm just like, I gotta be faster.
I was just saying, like, raw stats. I think Cypher is actually faster. Because I think when it became Steel type, it got slower.
He goes for protect. I Volt Switch on the Gara, and go ahead, and I think I get to reset. Yeah, I reset my weather with that one. So that was a quick little exchange there. He set out his sand. Doesn't matter. I changed it out for rain. And now he's definitely at a disadvantage. I dig Bug Bite because Quick Guard was going to come out, but he protected, so unfortunately it didn't go out. He sends out his Robin Hood. And I Bullet Punch that shit. Fuck that, right? Why not? And then he low kicks Politoed. Doesn't do enough. Scald is going to kill Livewire. This next one, so I'm turning things around now. I'm feeling pretty jazzed. I'm doing well. I'm getting advantage. I know he has Quick Guard. I'm not going to fuck with it. He uses Sucker Punch to try to kill Politoed. Politoed still survives. Tailwind goes up. And then instead of using Bullet Punch because I knew he had Quick Guard, I went ahead and did Bug Bite. I kill the Robin Hood. And then I think, right? Yeah, Ice Beam that Scyther, so I kill that as well. The Tailwind's up now. But Quick Guard's also out of play, so I don't have to worry about that. This next turn is my misplay. So here's the deal. I kind of knew he was going to protect with his Gara, because I have Swords Dance on my Scizor, and a Bullet Punch is going to do a lot of damage to that. So I knew he was going to do that. I switch out for Zenitsu just to be able to reset Rain, and then instead of Bullet Punching the Victini, which would have definitely killed it, I use Protect in case he used a fire move on my Scizor. Because that's how much PTSD I have of Scizor dying from fire moves. So he goes for Bolt Strike. Wasn't even aiming at Scizor. I could have easily bullet punched and killed Victini right there. This wouldn't have happened to my Raikou. My Raikou would have lived through the sand, but it doesn't, unfortunately. The sand's going to kill my Raikou. I'm going to change it to rain when I bring back Politoed, but now I don't have enough damage to win. I'm hoping that the +2 with the bullet punch is going to kill Gara, but I don't have any guarantees on that one. And so I go for it, and it unfortunately doesn't kill his Tyranitar. It almost does, but it doesn't. And then he actually triggers weakness policy, which is irrelevant at this point. Victini goes for V-Create to kill my Scizor. If I had done Bullet Punch last turn on Victini, I would have killed it. Even if I had done Bullet Punch this turn on Victini and done Scald on Tyranitar, I might have won.
Maybe.
But I didn't, and because of that...
Oh, no, you wouldn't have won because...
Well, no, but you don't know that he targeted Politoed. You don't know that he didn't double target Scizor.
I'm pretty sure he targeted Politoed.
Either way. If I had Bullet Punch last turn, I would have killed Victini, and then it would have been easy pickings on him with a Bullet Punch into a Scald, and I would have won, but I didn't do that. You know what they say. We can't live in the past. Unfortunately, Mike beats me, but he beats me by 2, and that leaves me in first place. So we've got a couple things to show you guys.
I guess you could say you played yourself.
Yeah, I played myself. So standings at the end of the week 9 are coming up right now. We're gonna go. What is it? 7151. Here we go. These are the standings at the end of week 5, guys. Sorry, week 9. Wow, I'm all over the place today. Sorry. I placed first in regular season for the off season. Reese placed second. Jay Wade placed third. He could have possibly placed second if he had actually played his last match against Zach, but unfortunately he didn't. No offense to you, Zach. I'm not saying he definitely would have beat you, but like you were dialed out, so like he definitely had a chance. At which point, if he did beat you, it would have been me. Well, I still would have been. It would have been him and me in first and second, no matter what. But he forfeited, and that brought him down to third place. So Reese secures second place. You go ahead and secure your fourth place. So you're in a pretty good spot right there, dead smack in the middle. 6 points, -6 plus and minus. Mike's right below you, 3-5. That's a pretty low score for Mike, generally speaking. He's pretty high, so that's interesting to see. He ends up at -3 even with the 2+ on me. He ends up at the -3 for the entire season. Now Jordan edges out Dan with the 2-5-4-4 points record by 1 point. 1 single point. They could have tied, but no, 1 single point.
No, if they would have tied, it would have went to tiebreakers, which is like
a battle in and of itself.
No, they wouldn't have battled. It would have been basically whoever beat the top dogs, which was definitely Jay Wade because he beat you and Reese.
We're talking about Jordan Daniel.
Oh shit, why am I talking? I don't know why I said Jay Wade. Yeah, no, I guess then it would have won the tiebreakers, and whoever fared better against you guys
would have gotten the spot. So even if he had if Daniel had just beaten one more Pokemon, if Daniel had just beaten one more Pokemon versus a Reese, he would have tied with Jordan, and they would have had to go to tiebreakers. But unfortunately, he doesn't. That means that you are out of the playoffs, Dan. I will, hopefully, if you're willing, if you've got
do not give
an Entei lying around, I will take that Entei. And here's the deal. Hey, check it out. You hear him telling you not to give me Entei? You don't fucking like Zach. Fuck Zach. Give me Entei.
Nobody wants you to have Entei. Your team is good enough. Your first spot.
So that being said, let's go ahead and switch over to what is the playoff bracket.
A 20 point plus minus.
Wrong image. Sigma 9
you have a
665.
you have a 20-point plus minus, and the second spot has a
Hey,
5 plus
I
5.
played well.
Oh my god! And then you bring Raikou was not interfocus.
Alright, guys, here we go. This is it. Playoff bracket. Aris and I get a fucking bye week. Thank God I don't have to play next week. Zach, you go up against Mike. That's a good match, and you've got a lot to prove there. So if this is going to be your last match
don't
of the
have
entire...
anything to prove there.
Bro, if this is going to be your last match of your league career, or possibly at least for at least one season, I would say bring your all. And you're placed higher than him in the brackets. You're 4 to his 5. So, Zach versus Mike next week, and then J Wade versus Jordan. I'm pretty much sure that Jordan's gonna win, but who knows? J Wade, you've got a lot to come back from. Hopefully, you actually play this match instead of surrendering. But we'll see who goes up against myself and Aris. Zach, if you win, you're going to go up against Aris next week. If you lose, you're going to, whatever. If J Wade wins, he's going to go up against Aris. If Jordan wins, no matter what, he's going up against me. So that's how it's going for the Johto playoffs in the Johto mini draft season. It's been a pleasure to stream with you guys this season. I had a great time with my usual co-host Zach. We have been enjoying all of it. This might be Zach's last hurrah this season, so we're gonna hopefully see him off really well. But with that being said, playoffs is sure to be exciting, and hopefully we'll bring a little bit more production value and a little bit more pointed giveaways for the final little bit there. As always, I have been your host, Ian, aka Murrah, with my co-host, Zach.
Yo.
And we will see you guys next week for our usual time slot, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for the two battles that are the Week 1 of playoffs, Johto mini draft season. See you guys then.
All right.